How is it going, Master Duel Central? So here we are to talk about the Goatee. Finally, sorry this took so long. I had a migraine for the last couple of days, so I took some time off. It's not really the best time to take time off. The new cards came out, and I should be giving you the videos for the new decks. So sorry about that. It is what it is. Got a little bit of a win streak going on in Diamond. Now, I'm not going to start acting like Goatee is the best deck ever or anything like that. It's just a pretty cool deck. I can show you the deck list real quick. Here it is. I'm playing a less like high rolly deck list. I decided not to play Coelacanth. Huge shout out to Pit to Sauce, by the way, again in the Discord for helping me build this deck. But yeah, you know, we're using like the Abyss Shark engine as a good way to get to like an Abyss Dweller or a Stealth Kraken. And we're also using the Soupe engine. Soupe Dustwalker, and Soupe is a free copy of Arion Post, which kind of sets you up to at least get your Oscon on your opponent's turn, worst case scenario. Overall, honestly, kind of pleased with this deck. I think it's really fun. Now I know some people might be like, man, you're not playing the bombs like Coelacanth. You're not playing the weird stuff like Melfi. And like, I know. I'm just trying to give you like a more standard deck list. A lot of people have different techs and stuff. If you want to join the Discord and discuss maybe some different techs that you could try out, the link is in the description. But overall, this list here, I've been enjoying. I have some good replays with it. We're going to go play a game, maybe get our rank up. And if we do, well, hey, that's a rank up in Diamond with Goatee. Can't be that bad. So, yeah, let's get into it. Also, man, I really need to change my fields. I'm, like, so bad at doing that. Yeah, so this is kind of a scuffed hand. It's a pretty weird game, so that's why I'm going to show 2 replays this video. Because, yeah, like, I was bricked, so I just passed on nothing. I figured, you know what, Dimension Shifter and Maxi will just do what we can do here. So I go D-Shifter. My opponent negates my D-Shifter, which is a shame. So we'll just go Maxi here, and we'll get some draws. But our opponent is going second here, so they could technically go for game. They're going to do a little bit of milling, get the effect of Rhino Heart, as well as the effect of Merly. They make themselves a Kit Kalos. We get to draw a couple of cards. They go Rhino Heart. They search their Solic. Then they use the effect of Kit and the effect of Solic as well as Rhino Heart. Rhino Heart send the Sharon. Search Rhino Heart with the Solic and send the Havness to the grave with Kit Kalos. Make a Rule Kalos, and they're going to synchro into Baron de Fleur. They're going to banish 7 for the Snow and just go and attack. So I don't know if they were just playing with like a really scuffed hand or they just played really poorly. But anyway, I'm going to go evenly here just to force out the Baron de Fleur negate. They're going to set a card and pass turn. Now we've got a lot of gas and 150 life points to our name. Are we able to make it out of here alive? So we're going to go Soupe to force out the effect of the Rule Kalos. Then I'm going to go for Snopios to special summon it. And we're going to go Snopios effect to make Rule Kalos get banished, but they had the Solic face down, so they're just going to negate that. We're still going to get to special summon the Ixie because a fish was banished at least. Then we're going to summon the lifeless Leaf Fish, send to the graveyard a Schiff. Schiff in the grave is going to get shuffled back with the effect of their Shuffler. So we're going to summon out a level 4 monster, make ourselves a Stealth Kraken. Stealth Kraken is going to pop the Rule Kalos, and we're going to beat over the Snow with 7 cards in grave, including the Snow. So they have to banish the Solic to bring back the Snow. They're going to bring back the Snow, and they're going to flip down our Stealth Kraken here. So it's looking pretty bad, but it's because I'm feeling confident because I have Paces and Schiff in the extra deck, and they have no negate on Baron. So really, they have 3 cards to deal with, like, so many interruptions. So here we go, make a white Aura Whale to wipe their whole board. Then we use these 2 to make Goatee of the Deep Beyond. I decided, you know, I'll just make a big body just to like assert dominance, and we get the W, you know? Easy money. All right, so for a more standard game here, a little bit more of a normal tier versus Goatee game, because that other one was a little bit scuffed, you know, a little bit of a weird one. So here we have Zep, we have Silent Angler, Leaf Fish, and Evenly. So we activate most distant depths. I go normal summon Leaf Fish, send the Paces. Then we use our field spell, banishing the Paces from the grave to add a Ixeep to our hand. Ixeep, when you do this, when you search Ixeep using most distant depths, it triggers the Ixeep effect that if a fish is banished, you can special summon it from your hand. So you get to special summon it. Then I'm going to special summon Silent Angler, go into Marincess Coral Anemone. The reason I'm doing this is so that I have a fish engrave to go Zep effect. So we're going to banish the Zep, targeting the Silent Angler. Silent Angler gets banished. Then we can actually use the effect of Coral Anemone and bring back our Leaf Fish. Now here, I could have went into a rank 4, but the reason I didn't is because I wanted these levels on the field so that I could synchro on my opponent's turn, because we actually have 2 tuners set up for our opponent's turn here. So yeah, that's basically the reason I did that. So we have no interruptions at the moment, but we do get our Paces. Our opponent has Maxi, unfortunately, but it's fine. You know, we take those challenges. So we bring out the Paces. They're going to go for Foolish Burial, sending the Kelbeck. Kelbeck effect, going to mill a couple of cards here. They're going to go trigger the Havness and Fusion into the one and only Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Kind of a weird pick, but okay. Searching the Solic here with the Scream Engrave. Then they're going to special summon out a Sharon, sending a Rhino Heart to the grave from the mill. Rhino Heart's going to special summon itself, discarding Solic. So Solic's going to search Merly. Then Rhino Heart's going to send to the grave a copy of Havness. They're going to normal summon Merly mill 3. Then they're going to use the effect of Sharon in the graveyard to fusion into Kaleido Heart. Here I was just playing the patient game, waiting for them to put a couple of bodies on the field before I go for paces and just summon Goatee of the Deep Beyond, banishing everything on the field. And at this point, they just kind of run out of gas. They set 2 cards and they pass turn. So we're going to draw into our Shift. Shift is a really good top deck here. We're going to special summon the Goatee from the banish pile. Use the effect of Leaf Fish. Since they milled our deck, we get to shuffle 3 back into the deck to draw a card. Use the effect of Shift, banishing it to boost the attack of our Goatee of the Deep Beyond. I'm going to summon out Shift, Fairy of the Goatee. And we're going to search out a Ixdeep, which means we can special summon the Ixdeep. Then we special summon Silent Angler to get to Baron the Fleur. Now, my opponent was way too patient. They actually had an Imperm face down, and I was trying to play around it. That's why I was trying to get to Baron the Fleur, because I noticed they were being patient. They wanted to just like Imperm my Goatee of the Deep Beyond in battle phase to save them a turn, but unfortunately they didn't realize that I was about to go into Baron the Fleur. So they kind of messed up there. They're going to use Solic to try to bait me out. Obviously, I'm not going to negate that. Then I'm going to negate the Imperm that I was smelling, and we're just going to go for game. So a really good replay, I think, of like this matchup of Goatee versus Tear. Honestly, I think it was a really good showcase. My board at the start looked like nothing, and yet it really stopped pretty much a full Tear combo. So yeah, just good stuff. All right, so here we have our rank up game. Let's see if we can get a rank up in Diamond with Goatee. Let's see if we can get it. Win and you'll gain a rank. Can I get a coin flip? That would be okay. It is what it is. You know my luck when it comes to rank up games. So if we're actually lucky, maybe we'll draw into Maxi and not play against Floandries. That I feel like Floandries has been one of the weirdest matchups for Goatee overall. It's not unwinnable or anything, but it's just a little strange. This hand, it's not ideal for going second. It's not the worst. At least we have Snowpios, but we don't have really good banish targets off of it. And oh my god, we're playing against one of these decks. Seriously. I'm gonna go for level 1. Okay, it's Runic. Yeah, so maybe they're playing with the Cyber Valley stuff. Pretty cringe. Wait, what the? Runic Goatee? Excuse me? Excuse me? That's a weird one. Okay, and they went Snowpio's target itself, so it's gonna get banished when it leaves the field to banish a fish from the grave. Interesting choice, I suppose. Why would you do that? I mean, I kind of see it. Like, it's not the worst, but it's a little weird. Hey, they might banish some good things for us here. Let's see. We might get lucky here. Yeah. Oh, okay. They're going for the special Runic monster. That's fine. That's fine. Going for Hugin. Yep, to get the fountain. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. This is a weird list. Damn, maybe I should have covered this. This seems pretty playable. This seems pretty playable. All right, going for fountain here. Yeah, that's fine. I kind of don't want to use my Snowpios, like, against this deck. It's not that good anyway, so let's see. Evenly is great here. I mean, obviously they're just gonna use they're just gonna keep the Runic Fountain, but I think we'll go for it. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Might as well, honestly. Might as well. We'll still have to probably contend with 2 Runic spells here, but not the end of the world. Then we get to go Ixdeep since cards have been banished and special summon Ixdeep. That's pretty good. So here we go. Ixdeep, to the field you go. So we're playing pure Goatee against Runic Goatee for our rank up game. That's pretty interesting. I'm going to activate my most distant depths here. And yeah, I'm feeling this. We're going to go Supe Duskwalker, discarding the Snowpios, specialing the Duskwalker as well as the Supe. And yeah, I mean, we're playing games here. Let's go with these 2. Let's make Arion post. Oh, or do we just like actually just go in? Like, we could just go in. We could make Cheng Ying to get this off the field. They can't destroy Cheng Ying. There's not a lot of good ways to deal with Cheng Ying and Runic. Yeah, this looks weird, but I actually think Cheng Ying going Leaf Fish might be the play here. Yeah, as weird as it is, we're actually going to do that. Yeah, this is just like, I feel like that's the perfect setup. They don't have a lot of cards that deal with Cheng Ying. Like, they have Freezing Curses, and that's about it. Then we can go most distant depths right now, and we can banish the Snowpios. That way we'll get to add it back by banishing the Ixdeep from grave. So let's go banish Snowpios, and from deck to hand here we could, yeah, we might want to go paces here. Yep, we did not normal summon yet, I believe, so that's a pretty good thing. Now we can go Cheng Ying, followed by the effect of Snowpios. In the banish pile, we can banish the Ixdeep from our grave to bring back the Snowpios. So let's bring back that Snopios. They're going to go Freezing Curses. Makes sense. Makes sense. They're going to get 3 draws. That's not okay, but you know, it is what it is. Banishing 3 here. Banishing 3 from the top of our deck. And we get back our Snopios. Not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. So here they'll get to add 3. They still have to contend with Cheng Ying. The best they can do is Freezing Curses it. They can't destroy it, so it's still like a pretty tough card to deal with for them. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Yeah, shuffle 3. That's fine. Now I'm going to normal summon Paces. We're going to use the effect of Paces here, banishing it, to summon Lifeless Leafish. How many? We only have Paces in the banish. Okay, so we can go Leafish effect here. Leafish, we're going to send to the graveyard. I think we should send the Schiff in this case, so that we can banish it directly from the graveyard. Or do we have another Fishing Grave? We do not. Yeah, so let's go for that. Send a Schiff. Schiff effect in the grave. We can banish it to boost our Leafish a little bit, do a little bit of extra damage. Either way, they're probably just going to summon one of their runic monsters. So, oh wait, no, we used evenly. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, this is all right. This is all right. We'll get 2 opportunities to banish here, I believe, with the runic fountain. So it's not too bad. Not too bad, because we get our Paces and we get our what is it called? Schiff. Yeah, Schiff. We get our Schiff. So let's go Schiff here. Okay. So basically what we can do, we can make like Arion Post to trigger the Cheng Ying to try to banish the fountain. If that doesn't work, if they have the other Freezing Curses, yeah, okay. So now that I know they're playing this, I'm actually going to declare level 2 because I did not think they would be playing this. First, I'm going to go Paces here, because we're going to make the Arion Post as soon as possible. I want to force out this Runic Fountain, even though they'll probably just get another one, like, still want to force it out. And then for the level I'm declaring, I'm going to go for level 2, I think. So let's use our Paces and our Leafish. This is a weird matchup. I don't even know what to expect here. So we're going to go Arion Post. Arion Post. They go Reasoning. We're going to choose level 2 this time. Hey, nice reasoning, bro. So we're going to go Arion Post here, and we already have used our Paces effect in the Banish pile this turn. I think the move would be... Okay, they're going Flashing Fire here on the Arion Post. Yeah, this is honestly not a big deal, but we could always just make the... what is it called? Ascan? Yeah, it's called Ascan, right? We can make the Ascan here to really, like, put in that pressure. So we might as well. Because either way, what we're going to banish with Arion Post, we'll be able to summon. I forget the name of the card, but it's the one that we're running as a one of. So we're actually going to do that. We're really going to try and force out this Runic Fountain here. So let's go Ascan. And what's cool is because they used a Runic card, they're going to get their trigger to activate this. And then we're going to chain Ascan and banish the Runic Fountain before they get to use it. Yeah, so Arion Post here. Yeah, that's the one. Zep. So we're going to banish Zep. Zep can be summoned. So here we go. Yeah, so here they get to go Runic Fountain. And then we'll get to use the effect of Ascan. And Ascan will stop that effect. And then if they get another Runic Fountain, we can always just use our Cheng Ying to get rid of it that time. So now we can also use the effect of Arion Post to banish a fish from our grave to add a card from deck to hand here. We'll just banish the Paces just to have it for later. And then we'll use the Zep to bring it back in case we want to get into that level 10. So really, there's just no way that they get to keep a fountain on the field. We're not going to use Cheng Ying here because we don't need to. So, whoa, I didn't want to do that. Well, you know what? We're going to do it anyway. It's actually not bad. We were intending on doing that at some point regardless. It's just I wanted to hold on to it as maybe a form of interruption, but it's really not the end of the world. So here we go. Got our Snopios. It's really not that big of a deal. We still have one fish in grave to banish to get back our Ascan, so it's fine. And let's add from deck to hand here. We're going to add a Paces. As you guys can see here, like, this deck is putting up a lot of interruption. It seems like it's doing less than it actually is doing. So we're going to go Ascan effect here to banish the Arion Post so that we can get back our Ascan on the field. And we're not going to use either of these effects. Well, actually, we might as well use the Snopios on the Zep so that it gets banished again once it's used as a synchro material. So we're actually going to make our Zep get banished next time we use it as a synchro material. And we're not going to use Zep's effect yet. We're going to need that in case we want to make our level 10 Goatee of the Deep Beyond. So here we go get our Ascan. Should have probably put it in attack position. That was just a misclick, but it is what it is. Either way, it's probably going to go and turn into... Oh, no. Take control of a monster. They're probably going to want my Cheng Ying. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, okay. Reasoning again. We're going to go level 2 again. Okay. What a weird deck. What a weird list. Why am I not getting a Zep trigger? Oh, it's on special summon that you get this effect. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, that's a little frustrating. Not gonna lie, that's a bit frustrating. Not gonna lie, I did not realize that. Okay, so they'll get to clear our field here. This is not... Oh, wait, no, they don't get a battle phase. And we get this back at the end of the turn. Oh my god, they cooked themselves! Okay, I guess my list is just better. Yeah, okay, guys, just play the better Goatee list. We're about to rank up to Diamond 4. Let's go. Just play the better Goatees. That was kind of scary there at the end, but yeah, I forgot. They lose their battle phase, so... Hey, that was a pretty good game. That was a pretty good game. All right, so this here is my list. So we have 1 copy of Supe to go with the 3 Supe Duskwalker. This package gets you into Arion Post. Then we're running 3 copies of Maxi, 3 Paces. This is like one of your best tuners because you normal summon it, and then you can banish it to special summon a fish from your hand. So there's a lot of plays that get activated by this, and it's just a really good tuner. Then we're running 2 copies of Shift. Shift is your second best tuner. Shift, basically, you can banish from your graveyard, so you can send it to the grave with Lifeless Leaf Fish, and you'll be guaranteed to be able to at least set up a Arion Post on your opponent's turn. Arion Post can then banish the Zep, which is why we run 1 Zep. And by banishing the Zep, you can trigger the Zep, special summon it, and then go into either Ascon or go into the White Aura Whale, depending on the situation. So yeah, definitely want to run at least 1 Zep just for the interaction with Arion Post. Then we're running 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 2 copies of Silent Angler, 3 Lifeless Leaf Fish. You absolutely need to run this card just to be able to send a Shift to the grave and get a guaranteed banish on your opponent's turn, because this deck is not the most consistent. That is definitely the main issue, I would say, with the deck, is that it's not the most consistent, and that's why I didn't want to play like a high rolly version with like weird engines and stuff like that. Now I know the Melfi version is supposedly more consistent because it at least always gets something going, so maybe I should try that out. But overall, I still think like Lifeless Leaf Fish is just a must play at 3. You're gonna run 3 copies of Ixeep. This card is like just a special summon from the hand when a fish is banished. Honestly, since I'm not running the Goatee traps, I'm considering maybe putting this down to 2, but I don't know what I would replace it with, and having fish names is just good so that your field spell is always live, so I would still run 3. 3 copies of Abyss Shark. I mean, Abyss Shark is a no-brainer. It special summons itself when you control only waters, and then it searches a Silent Angler if you need a special summon, or a Lifeless Leaf Fish if you still have your normal summon and you want to send like a Shift to the grave. So absolutely a must play. 2 copies of D-Shifter because you can play under it and it wins a bunch of games right now. 2 copies of Snopios. This card is underrated. This card's crazy. For example, you can use this card's effect of like making a card get banished when sent to the grave for a Kit Kalos. If you make a Kit Kalos do that, well then when they're going to try to use their effect of Kit Kalos to like special summon, Kit Kalos can get banished and they're not going to get their mill effect for 5. So that's really, really good. Also, like, it banishes 2 fishes. It makes a big body on the field, you know, so there's just a lot of good interactions with this card. Also, you can play this card on your opponent's turn. So in certain scenarios, like let's say you go Maxi and you're going second, well, you kind of do like the tier thing where you play on your opponent's turn, because you could like go Snopios, banish the Zep, and then you could go like Snopios plus Zep, Zep special summon stuff from the banish pile, go into like a White Aura Whale, or you could go into an Ascon. So yeah, this card is really, really good. 3 copies of Most Distant Depths. Unfortunately, you kind of need to play this, even though it's not the best field spell ever. This card is still definitely a must play, and it does kind of help your engine. For example, if you have an Ixeep in your hand, well, just by banishing a fish from your grave, you get to special summon the Ixeep, so that gets you a level 4, which might let you get into like an Abyss Dweller or a Stealth Kraken later down the line. Or also, if you need an extra special summon, you could just banish one of these guys that you want banished anyway to search an Ixeep, and then Ixeep will summon itself from the hand, and that's just a really good combo. So yeah, definitely a must play in the deck, even if it's not the best field spell ever, you know, like it's just a pretty decent field spell. Running 2 copies of Called By, 1 copy of Crossout, and 3 copies of Evenly Matched. I'm considering removing the Crossout because I'm not running that many targets for it. It's just because a lot of people play Maxi, and Maxi is kind of a death sentence for the deck. So I just figured, you know, as a good out to Maxi, you know, we have Ash and Crossout, you know, like we have 6 outs to Maxi basically. So not sure yet, but I did consider removing it at some points. Also, Evenly is a death sentence for this deck, so that's another reason I'm running Crossout on the off chance that I could negate Evenly with it. But overall, been really, really, really enjoying this deck. I think it's really fun. I don't think it's like some top tier meta threat or anything like that, but if you guys are interested in playing Goatee, I definitely think you could get some results in Diamond with it. You just got to get used to the deck, and it's actually fairly straightforward. Just by playing a couple of games, I was able to learn a lot of this different like base basic combo lines and stuff. So it's really, really fun to play and learn. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for checking out the video. Huge shout out to my Ultimate Conductor tier members. That would be Raptor, Pokémon for 20, Dad Dude Joey, as well as JQ the King, Hitter Miss JT, and Beat-Ups. You guys are awesome. Thanks also to the people in the baby tier, in the miss tier, people over on Twitch, and you who's liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all that good stuff. I appreciate you. All right. Peace.